Rajan, first I want to congratulate you because I don't have a good memory of coming to Sakinaka. So entering this place has been such a delight. Like it's really, I've walked in this area and one day I've left. So
Wow.
it's really pleasant coming here. It doesn't feel like a tech park. It just feels like almost close to like a villa.
Yeah. No, I think that was our intention. Thank you so much. Sakinaka is an amazing area. We are striving to make it the best. We are striving to be on an international level wherever we are in Bombay. So I think that's part of our goal.
As one of India's topmost real estate brand, to achieve this evaluation of sustainability and art in Indian luxury living. So what is that easy? Is that tough? How to strike a fine balance between aesthetics, between utility, and above all, sustainability at the core of it all?
It's not an easy balance to keep, and we've strived really hard right from the beginning. Whenever we design something, when we think of something, we go back to our culture, and I think that's something very important. Indian luxury, sustainability, art is all part of our Indian culture, and I've been fortunate to have been raised in these principles. So they overlap a lot, and each one impacts the other and makes it bigger and better. So we keep trying to do more and more, and we keep trying to do better and better. We think this is something that needs to be in the front of real estate. Especially Indian real estate, we have to have our own identity, and to be able to do that, we have to see what our culture does and gives us. So we're keeping all three in line, and we keep going further in each one while trying to be the best.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that. So what is the biggest challenge in balancing sustainability and aesthetics and art?
So one is very form driven, which is very technical. So it means that you have to have a lot of things for sustainability. There are a lot of restrictions in many ways. The type of glass we use, the type of materials we use, all those things are limiting. So to be able to make them look aesthetic, to be able to give it a design that's pleasing to the eye is very important. So that's where the first challenge really comes in. The second, of course, is in terms of cost. The standard mentality is that being green, being more aesthetically pleasing, and having art is always more expensive, which isn't really the biggest case. We're trying to bust those myths by giving some of the best designs and thinking in a way that our ancestors did, cross ventilation, natural light, and giving the best building materials that are all sourced locally. So a lot of time goes into thinking and planning, and then the execution, which is not something that we are now used to. So that's where the challenges really arise, and I think we're really doing a good job of doing better and better at that.
Is sourcing of sustainable materials for a tech park like that is easy to get the stuff easily in India?
No, India's come a long way to give us a lot of the materials that we don't realize we actually have right here in our country. And that's part of being sustainable, is to source locally, work locally, and use the infrastructure around us. The whole park that you see over here, every tree that's planted has actually been grown right here in this park. Every plant that we've created has been grown over here. So it's not difficult, it's just a question of how much thought goes behind it. India is a very, very capable country. We have everything that we need right at our fingertips. We've always had it. Now's the time to go out and reach it and use it to the best of our advantage.
Yeah. What are the parts of India that you source the different things from?
So right from Rajasthan, when we look at our stone, the concrete and the sand that's obviously is used over here. Fly ash, which is one of the most sustainable materials that we could use, has all been made right here on site. Even the wood that you're seeing all around us, a lot of it is scrap wood, a lot of it is reused, and a lot of the later on materials like the water that's just there over here, or the technology we've used for that, all the recycling is all local, and it's all of it is put over here. How we've used the construction water also is all about what we had right here on site, without tapping into the wells, without tapping into too much of the infrastructure, harvesting the water that comes from rainfall. all of that is part of what sort of God has just given us straight up. Yeah, so all the water that's coming in the heavy rains, most of it we try to capture. We use it for re-watering of plants, washing of toilets, flushing, a lot of these other facilities where you would not realize a lot of water gets wasted, cleaning the buildings, mopping, things like that. So all of it gets filtered and reused, which otherwise would just be a big waste.
You were counted as one of the top 3 most professional private IT parks.
Right.
What makes you stay in the top? What is that you are doing differently?
So I think right from when you enter, and it was very kind, there was a compliment which said that, if you've ever been towards Sakinaka, people think, who wants to go all the way there? But over here, we've tried to create an environment for the people first. It's not just for our clients, but so much for their employees. We really take care of them right from their daycare for their children, to the air they're breathing, the water they're drinking, and the productivity they have over here. So every year we go in, we reinvest in the park. We do a lot more to ensure that the people who come here on a daily basis are very happy, they're productive. So when they go home, they're so much more positive. I think to be in the top 3 or to be just relevant and important, it's about how you take care of the people you're servicing. And we're first a service industry more than anything else. So that's how we constantly keep upgrading ourselves. Of course, there's a large investment in technology, in services. So that all comes together to keep us in the top.
So you're expecting the LEED certification, and obviously the process of forming right.
So we started this process right when the lockdown hit. It was the first time in so many years that we had the park to ourselves to actually be able to make a lot of the upgradation that's required. But our chairman, Mr. Yuvraj S Rajan, was the one who turned our entire vision and said, look, we have to be on an international level. We have to reach and represent Indian real estate on the global scale. And the certification we got is a global certification. It's the same in Sydney, same in New York, as it is right here in Bombay. So to be able to achieve that, we were extremely pleasantly surprised, but we'd always set our goals on getting this certification, and we didn't just want to get it at a bare minimum level, we wanted to get it at the highest points possible. So something that's really important to us is we got it by a large margin of points, which means we did that much more. It's been about a 2-year journey to be able to achieve this, and a lot of hard work and efforts went into being able to achieve it, right from the data collection to upgradation of our systems. So we're very happy, and yeah.
So when the world was enjoying a little extra family time, you were kind of working hard over your learning.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with our team and the effort that they've, they stepped up when they were required. Nobody was scared to get out. We would meet regularly, and we would keep thinking of what more we can do. How do we keep going one level better? So when we do open our gates back to the world, which is happening right now, we're seeing such a change in the commercial real estate scene. We're seeing so many clients coming in. We're seeing people from all over the world coming. And when they come here, they're shocked. They've seen what it was before, and now they're seeing what we've done. So all the hard work definitely is paying off, and we definitely took a little less family time, but the time to introspect and grow was something that was a blessing in disguise.
Last question. Could you throw light on the forthcoming projects?
Yes, we have a commercial project that's soon going to be announced in the heart of Bombay, Bandra West. It's a commercial development. Again, a state-of-the-art with international and Indian architects coming together. The name is Turner House, and we're extremely excited. It also practices the top-of-the-line sustainability practices. It's already received a LEED Platinum pre-certification, and it's getting a lot of international acclaim. So we're very excited for that project to come up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You
can look straight at him, not at him, at the camera.
What benchmarks do you need to have to achieve this kind of prestigious certification? Because
the man in red.
It's a formal process, you have to apply for it, and there are lots of applications you're getting. So how do you
So, as I mentioned, there are five important criteria. One is the energy. How does the building do on energy? Second is water usage. Third is waste, because today, as you're aware, waste is a very important topic for India. The fourth is called human experience, which is all about the indoor air quality. And the fifth is called carbon footprint, which is, let's say, an employee in the office, how do they travel from home to office? Are they pooling their cars? Are they taking metros? Because if they come in a private car, they are doing a lot of footprint, right? So those are the 5 pillars of LEED which we use to certify projects. Have I answered the question?
So, I mean, from the other people, other organizations who probably have been shortlisted, so what really set, what is the one major thing that set apart Raiaskaran?
So, one is Raiaskaran. What they have done is they have actually converted a 15-year-old property, an existing building, they have retrofitted to go LEED Platinum, which is extremely rigorous, extremely tough. Because it is easy to go for LEED for a new building, a new design building. But to retrofit an existing building to go LEED Platinum is something wonderful. Point number 2, let's not forget that this wonderful property is in the heart of Mumbai. Because today many of the other things which we have done are all in the outskirts where they have enough resources to play around. But to be in the heart of Mumbai and do it is incredible. The third important thing is they have used data, because as I mentioned, we have launched something called a LEED technology platform. So this building has used data to become certified, which means they have adopted a transparent approach. It is not about documentation, it's not about paper, it is about real data. And that data, they can monitor it daily as well.
They obviously have used the pandemic time to their good advantage. Do you think it has easy because the people are working over here, so that allowed them free access?
Correct.
Would it be easy to working over here to do this turnaround?
Yeah, I think Mr. Yuvraj is right. I think it gave them an opportunity where when you don't have employees, it's easy to do a lot of things. But at the same time, even when employees are actually working, sometimes it becomes an advantage because employees see what you're doing, right? They get motivated. Because ultimately, I think whatever Raiaskaran has done is actually for the people inside the building. So when an employee sees, okay, there is some change happening in the building, they also become part of it. So it works both ways.
So I mean, you had a tour of this place. So what is the one or two major things that impressed you about this?
I think one is the air quality, which is absolutely, so I got a sense out of it because whenever I go into and by now I would have visited some 500 to 600 LEED certified buildings across the world. So whenever I get into a building, the first thing I see is the air quality. And here I can actually sense that the air quality is one of the best I've actually come across in any of the LEED certified buildings. So I think that's one thing which I can immediately look at.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.